Nice. Obviously, you have played here before. Um, what was that like? Talk us through playing here last year.
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. I think last year when we played here, that was the biggest crowd I played in front of on the county champ. So awesome turnout here and great support for Surrey. The game itself, we didn't do too well. It started awesome. Like Leachy took a few wickets early, and there was boys started to dream a wee bit, what could happen here. But I think Dan and Popey batted really well, and they put the pressure back on us and got to a score that was probably a little bit over par. And then obviously the bowling attack Surrey had are amazing, and they bowled really well and put the pressure back on us. So
And
yeah.
at that stage, what was the perception around this team?
Oh yeah, I mean, any time you come here, the chat around Surrey and four-day cricket is that they are the team to beat, and they're all the way down the order. They're stacked. Whether you've got international batters at the top or the bowling attack we have here now. So that was sort of the perception. You knew you were going to be in for a tough 4 days, and you'd have to probably play your best game to compete and come out on the right side of the ledger.
And how has it been these first few days? Around
Yeah,
that?
first sort of day in this morning. A lot of energy in the soccer volleyball, which was good. But yeah, just got off the plane yesterday. So today was more just about sort of getting the cobwebs off and getting to meet everyone, and then tomorrow I'll get stuck in a little bit more and have a bit of a bigger day.
Nice. And when was the last time you were in the nets and bowling?
I've sort of been training over the last sort of month. I've had the last month off just to sort of recharge the batteries. It's been a big summer back home. Played a lot of cricket and achieved some pretty cool things. So just to have the last month off to reset and sort of reflect on what's happened has been awesome.
Yeah, nice. And yeah, I guess what was it like getting that call, and how long have you've known about it for quite a while, and that gave you the ability to know what's coming up? But how was that call
Sorry, is that in terms
in
of?
terms of when you heard from Stewie or Baz?
Yeah. When I got the phone call from Stu, I was obviously really excited. Talking to him about the prospect of playing here, playing for Surrey, playing at the Oval every second week. But yeah, I was really excited. I think that sort of came back in October, so I've had a lot of time to sort of stew on it and think about it. But yeah, really excited to be here and looking forward to getting stuck in with the boys.
Yeah. And talk us through, because you've obviously, as you said, you've played a season of county championship. What is it like as a competition?
Yeah, it's certainly unique. The schedule itself is probably the biggest thing I think that's different to other 4-day cricket in other parts of the world. Obviously, in New Zealand we sort of play a 4-day game we'll have probably 5 days off in between a 4-day. Here you get 3 days off and you're back into it. So that's the unique thing, but I think it has its pros as well, because batters, if you're in form, you're batting every day and you can just keep rolling on, and if you start winning 4-day games, you can get momentum and keep flowing. So we're coming off a good win a couple of weeks ago. The boys have had a week off to reset and recharge. So hopefully we can go to Edgbaston and keep going.
And what makes you want to play county championship cricket?
I think for me, the 4-day game is the pinnacle, or the 5-day game is the pinnacle, and I think there's no more rewarding feeling than winning 4-day cricket or 5-day cricket. The feeling of sitting in the sheds at the end after you've all sort of scrapped for 4 days to come on the right side of the ledger. I think that's the other special things about cricket.
And I mean, obviously, having known since October, was it pretty clear what you saw your role as in this side? Has that become more clear? What do you see your role as here?
Yeah, I think so. Chatting with Stewie initially, it was about being an all-rounder. Obviously doing what I do with the ball, but I think it'll be important what I sort of do with the bat as well will be important down the order. But yeah, that's sort of clear. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. Hopefully can contribute along the way, and we can keep winning 4-day cricket.
Obviously, you got runs here.
Yeah, I slogged a few at the end, when we were about to lose, but yeah.
So talk us a bit about the pitch, about the Oval. What's it like being?
It's actually very similar to my home ground back in New Zealand, the Basin Reserve. Has nice pace and bounce and offers a bit for the bowlers, but also, if you miss, you can score pretty freely. So, it's sort of got everything. If you get in, you can score and cash in, but if you put the ball in right areas for long periods of time, you can take wickets in clumps. So, it's really exciting. You're always sort of in the game with bat or ball.
Yeah. And from your perspective, for in terms of people who are Surrey fans, what do you see your super strengths as? What do you see the things that you're going to bring?
I think probably the energy I play with. any time of the day I'll be charging in, giving 110%, and with the bat I'll be scrapping right to the end. So just sort of that spirit that I play with, that energy I play with, I think that's something they can look forward to.